Hey everyone, welcome back. This is DisturbingPuppet, and today we're going to be continuing our Space Marine campaign of Warhammer 40,000 Gladius Relics of War. This will be the third session that we'll be going at with this. So we are yellow. This is my capital. Kind of started down here in the lower right-hand corner. I've got some plans for what we're going to do, but first I'll just kind of do a quick overview of what's happened. So we sort of wandered around a little bit. Came out this way, we found a mobile holo projector, which I definitely wanted to grab. We had a lot of Castellans and stuff around, like 3 or so this direction, 3 or so out this direction. And we ended up killing off 1 or 2 over here, advancing up along this side. As we moved up, we started running into some orcs, starting about here-ish. We kind of took out a bunch of buggies that they had, pushed them back a little bit, and now we've kind of advanced up and found their city. I think what we're going to do here is use the Devastators, try to stay out of range of the city. I'm assuming this is their capital, and try to take it out. Captain here is going to run interference if anything else shows up, try to kill it off. Do have a mech gun here, but that's about it. Out this direction, west, we have seen some Imperial Guard just kind of show up in the woods here and then back off a few times. That's been about it. Nothing else real major there. We've mainly had a lot of like Catachan or Catachan devils showing up in this general area, kind of fighting them off, and then they just run away as soon as we hurt them. So lately we've been on a big purge of these Castellan robots. I hate the Castellan robots. I'm getting sick and tired of fighting them. So we do have a couple here that we're trying to finish off. I've just decided we need to kill them, so that's sort of the goal at the moment. So we are kind of whittling them down. I'm hoping I don't lose my Assault Marines here in the process. We've already done our unit movement for the turn. So the plan here, essentially, for today, we want to kill off these Castellans. I'm sick and tired of having them. Every time I grab something and move away, they come and grab it, and just causing problems for me in general. So I want them dead. That's the priority. We're going to, like I said, advance up towards the Orc capital and see if we can get a firing line out of range of the city hitting back at us and just try to take the city out. Not sure if that'll happen. We'll see if more stuff shows up. It looks sort of like the orcs might be fighting somebody else at various points. So mainly what I'm going to do here for my city, we really need to focus on getting our city set up. As you can kind of see, I'm not getting a whole lot of resources coming in. We've got 1 influence per turn. Energy is now fairly well set because I built a bunch of energy. Right now we're working on dormitories so we can increase our population. We're kind of maxed out on what we can do. I really need to get my requisition points massively up, and I do have some tiles here that give me plus 20% bonus. So we'll try to lap around here and get some additional requisition points. This will probably save for more energy or maybe some influence in the future, or possibly something to up my loyalty if that drops as the population increases. So I think my main priority here is get the city set up as well as possible. We'll do some research for some more advanced tech, so better tanks, things like that. I'm assuming we'll probably want to get prepared as much as we can for eventually facing off with the Necrons, because we do have each of the factions. So if Imperial Guard are here, Orcs are here, Necrons have got to be up here, so they'll probably be the last thing we run into. So we've already done our unit movements. We've kind of got this pushed up. We're kind of set maybe next turn to get in position here. Mainly I'm concerned about these Castellan robots and my unfortunate Assault Marines. So let's see what happens. Hopefully they'll survive the shots. Oh, he's actually moving away. There's some Imperial Guard running around. Okay. And looks like Sunganif is here. Hey, man. Alright, so I am repairing my Predator here, just kind of hanging out. These guys are sort of here watching in case more of the Catachan devils show up or anything. I really need to focus on these Castellans. Make that one run away, that's fine. I think we'll need to pull the other assault guys out. I think these guys are healing up, yeah. And we'll just have some buggies now, which we'll probably just shoot them up first before we go after the city. They did a tiny bit of damage to my captain, not much of anything. So generally I think we're in an okay position. So let's just start up here. I do have a 3 range with these guys, so let's just move them up. Try to keep them at maximum range, away from the city. Now we can hit the city from here. Let's just wreck these guys. So they aren't a new unit, they were already hurt. So I'm assuming he doesn't have a whole lot of other stuff if he's bringing damaged units over to try to protect. I can heal my captain, but I'll wait till we really need it. Where can I get line of sight? Okay, that'll be fine, as long as nothing else shows up. Start working on the city. So where do I want to put the captain? Let's maybe position him out here. I want to stay out of range of the city, just to sort of have somebody on the edge in case something else shows up from that direction. Alright, you guys need to get the heck out of there. Let's just jump away. That's fine. Alright, I think I have, yeah, we've got this Objuration Mechanicum, which does automatic damage to vehicles, also works on these Castellans, so it's automatic 8 damage. How you like that? Had enough of your crap. Time for you to die. I don't know what I'm going to do about the Imperial Guard. I do have some speeders I can move around and gun them down. So you guys can do pretty good damage. What is your health left at? 2? No, we can kill them with the Thunderfire Cannon, so let's just go ahead and do that. At least the estimate says I should be able to kill them. Generally the estimates have been pretty accurate, but you always wonder. Alright, let's send some heavy bolter damage. These land speeders all have heavy bolters. Really good at taking out infantry units. So let's light them up. Got to level up with my Psyker. It's cool. We can get that to 12 damage. That's pretty good for vehicles, especially for the long run fighting Necrons. That's going to be quite useful. What else do we have? Shockwave. It's just damage all around me. Levitate. Fly across obstacles to the target tile. That seems kind of odd. Yeah, let's just take the Objuration Mechanicum. Kind of preparing long term for either Imperial Guard vehicles or for Necron stuff. Let's just wander out and see if we see anything. Yeah, there's that devil. It's actually kind of banged up. Unfortunately, out of range. These guys just have a 1 range. Just little bolt pistols. But they're good at killing off infantry, so that's kind of why I have them on this flank instead of heading up north where the orcs have all the buggies and stuff. I could fly down and take out that devil. Or we could go chew up the Imperial Guard a bit. Decisions. Let's go chew up the Guard. They'll probably just take off. Is that all my units? Yeah, because these guys are healing. We'll have them try to heal up next turn. The Predator's healing in spot. That's it. Yeah, I don't have a whole lot of troops, actually, which sort of fits for the Space Marines, but I kind of feel like I'm really behind on production. But I really need to get my production increased so we can actually pay for the upkeep for everything. So here, I'm working on the dormitories. I can't do anything else for my city. These other spots where I can produce stuff are for the other buildings. So I could produce a Thunderfire Cannon, I could produce a Land Speeder. So one of those spots is for the Apothecarion, one is for the Armory, and then one is for the Reclusium, which is your heroes and characters and stuff. I just want to spend all my resources on the city here, so we got to stockpile a bit. So we're not going to do anything else in the city. So I'm assuming the Imperial Guard will take off. Let's take an eye up here while we hit the end turn just to see if the orcs send any more stuff at us. It's a very angry Catachan Devil. Oh, look! Wonderful! Wonder if that's the same one. Why are the Castellans protecting the orcs? Drive me crazy. So tired of Castellans. I want them dead! Increased readouts. Increases tile acquisition radius of the city. Third stage of the fortress construction involves the creation of independent garrisons and buttresses along an additional line of city walls. In the shadow of these cyclopean barriers, servitors and serfs spend their lives scurrying from one task to another. Alright, let's check out research. We kind of moved up and then we're kind of jumping back and grabbing stuff that was quick. So this is mainly assault marines or space marine bikers. The bikers, I don't even have any. I do have some assault marines, so maybe. The chapel is a building that will increase loyalty. That might be good eventually. Further up here, kind of jumped. I do want to grab the hunter at some point because it's mainly good at taking out skimmers, and the Necrons have lots of skimmers. Dreadnought, maybe eventually. Apothecary, I would like. The Vindicator we definitely want to grab because it's got good cannons, so that's something we might... Oh, Terminators, cool. Either Vindicator or Hunter probably at this point is what I'm looking at. Hunter's a little faster. Let's just go ahead and grab that first. Alright, so do I worry about the buggy or do we try to kill off this? This is a totally different Castellan because he was not hurt at all, so it can't be the same one that took off from here. It's too far for him to have gone that far anyway. Just so many Castellans in this. It's just crazy. We can just totally wreck these buggies. Or we can do some decent damage to the Castellan. Let's just do that. I'm just so sick and tired of them interrupting all my plans. My captain's probably not going to be able to do much to the Castellan, though. What's your health? A little banged up. Alright, Captain, what can we do? Regular attacks 2.9, crack grenades 1.8, power strike should be more damage. 4, yeah, let's do power strike then. Choppy choppy. Not enough to kill it. Got nobody else really around to assist, too far away. And so here that wounded unit did take off. It's probably these guys. Yeah, they've got medkits. This one that was kind of cool was playing the Imperial Guard. They can just suddenly heal themselves for like half their hit points. But then they've got a cooldown. So it does make the regular guys a little bit tougher, a little bit easier to survive. Yeah, that devil took off. Let's see. We'll start moving this guy down so we can try to prepare the Predator a bit. You guys need to stay put and heal. Librarian's a bit banged up. Maybe see if we can use him. You guys back to full health? Nope, not yet. Oh, for the storyline stuff, I'm supposed to visit some tiles with my Librarian. Haven't done that yet. I'm not sure if I'm going to. So what's the reward anyway? Armaplas bracers. Nope, that was higher up. Forbidden knowledge. What is forbidden knowledge? Tell me, what is forbidden knowledge? I'm not super concerned with doing the storyline because they all seem to kind of end the same after having played the Necrons and then the Orcs and the Imperial Guard. So it just kind of gets to the end where you just have to survive a massive invasion for a certain amount of turns. So if I can wipe out my opponents before then, I'm going to go ahead and do it instead of just kind of stalling and holding off on killing somebody off just to kind of get through the story stuff. So if we get through some of it, fine. I'm not going to make it my main #1 priority, though. Alright, up here, let's just go ahead and chew up these guys that are in front. probably finish them off. One way or the other. How about Mr. Librarian? Can some say hello? Get something under control of the Imperial Guard there. Smack. And we still have you guys. Of course, the Castellan could be out here and just show up again at any time. And the las cannons aren't going to do a ton of damage to the guardsmen. It's mainly something that's designed for doing massive damage to vehicles or hard targets. Not really soft, fleshy targets. So maybe I'll just leave them there. They'll be on Overwatch. Let's just see if we can find him. Hey. Hello. Kill him off, please. Good, that's one less harassment. Every time I left this area, the devil would always come back and try to retake this stuff. So that's a little bit helpful. Get that taken care of. Just kind of every time I leave a position, I'm having things taken back by the local flora and fauna. And again, we're going to hold off. Next turn, we'll have the dormitories done so we can start working on other things. I'll probably need to grab a tile here and then start looking at building these refectories for requisition points. My influence would be nice to increase as well. So for now, we're going to hold off, just keep focusing on having those resources available for building buildings, which will then help me get more resources. Decent amount of damage there from the buggies. We spotted Tech Priest Engine Seers somewhere. Infantry unit that supports vehicles and founds new cities. Tech Priest Engine Seers serve as custodians for the vehicles of the Imperial Guard. With binary prayers and mystic rites, the Engine Seers soothe the machine spirits of their tracked congregation. Without the diligent maintenance of the Engine Seers, the Imperial Guard would soon find themselves without the heavy armor vital to their very survival. They also do make cities. That's kind of a crazy position for you to be in. Just exploring, they just snuck right by here. Oh, that looks blue. Blue is Necrons, I think. So we do have Necrons in the area as well. So maybe we'll just go after him and leave this. We can have the Imperial Guard and Necrons fighting, that's fine, sure. You guys knock yourselves out. Let's move up here to see if we spot anything. Our health. And let's move the Predator up, repair it. That should get it to full strength. I think. Yeah, +8, so that should be good. So we now have our Predator back at full strength. He took a little bit of a pounding earlier on. Send the Tactical Marines in to take out these priests. Actually, not a lot of damage. Might as well just shoot them up. Here, I think we're going to pull back a bit. We're just going to leave this. I want to keep hold of this Grox pasture, but I'm not super concerned if they want to fight each other up here. You want to grab that from him? Fine, sure, go ahead. You guys are slowly healing. I have line of sight here? No. Yeah, we're too far away. And I'm just going to move back here a bit. Let's see. You're banged up. Let's move you in position to heal you at the start of next turn. And you will just kind of park here for now. Break line of sight. If it moves up on me, we'll have the heavy bolters to be able to fire, and we'll have the las cannons to be able to fire. What do we do up here? So the robot took off. We almost killed it off. Good damage where we're at. If we move, we do less damage here with the heavy weapons. I'd like to be in a position where I can hit either the city or the vehicles. And for now, we'll just focus on the buggies. These are probably a new unit that he just made. These guys are getting really trashed. Just kind of put them in a position where they're not going to be able to do much damage, because the less health you have, the less damage you do. And I could move in and take out the buggies, but if I do, I'm going to get shot by the city. And I'd like to kind of keep him prepared on the sidelines in case anything else shows up from this direction. He can deal with it. Might have to pull these Devastators out. So for now, we'll just leave him. He'll be on Overwatch. But he's only got a range of 1 with the pistol and stuff. So we did make our dormitories down here. So I think what we'll need to do is... What do we have? It's research bonus here. So you can kind of see the spots. Each one of these spots is for a separate building I can throw into someplace. Each tile has a maximum. So what's our best? We've got 20% for resources. 20% for, it's requisition points, not resources. 20% requisition, 20% requisition, 20% requisition. Mainly I'm looking at just throwing out some requisition. So let's grab this because it's 20 and we can build 3, whereas these are kind of 2. So we'll go with that. Once we get that up, we'll throw those in there. I'm going to have to kind of hold off on other things in the meantime. I kind of want to put them where I have a bonus, and putting a tile on top of the Necron tomb makes it less likely the Necrons can get there and start building crap from there. So that's all we're going to do in the city. Hopefully I'm not going to fall too far behind militarily here by holding off for a few turns from production. Okay, everybody seems to have just kind of taken off. They're not interested in fighting me. Buggies took off. Don't want the Imperial Guard founding a city out here somewhere, so let's see if we can find them. Hey, we found everybody! Oh, actually, this is one of the indigenous ones, so this guy's actually going to repair the Castellan robots if I leave him alone. It's 1.8 no matter what I do. Fine, just shoot him. That's why I'm seeing all these Castellan robots. It's like rogue tech priests with their little Castellan robot pets running around just messing everyone's day up. Alright, let's start hammering the city, because we can. I could send my captain in to hit it as well. Maybe we'll do that as we whittle it down and get it closer to being taken out. Got line of sight all along here. We're out of range of it. We can just hammer them from a distance. If we don't move next turn, we'll do a bit more damage than that. Yeah, we'll just leave him there for now. Not going to get line of sight here, most likely. Yeah. Unfortunately, the heavy bolters aren't going to do much to the Castellan robots either. There isn't a whole lot of point in sending them up that way. Let's get them repaired. Maybe send my Predator up that way in case they want to come down. Las cannon them. Let's see. Let's keep exploring a bit here. Oh, that's nice. We'll go grab that if no one wants to show up and contest it. You head out. And let's see. Let's start healing you up. You can stay on Overwatch, and you can stay on Overwatch. City, we're working on that tile. That's pretty much it. So let's keep an eye out here. Unfortunately, my poor tactical guys are going to get chewed up a bit. Oh, we got some flyers. Pork choppas. And this little buggy's back. Man, it's whittling me down. I don't like that too much. Man, we're going to have to deal with these guys. Just doing too much damage to me. Defcoptas, versatile skimmer unit that can fly across obstacles. Defcoptas buzz across the battlefield, weaving through the sky on a trail of foul-smelling smoke. As they swoop low over the heads of the enemy, the fiendish orc flying machines fire punishing salvos of shots, rockets, bombs in their midst, leaving flames and blood-spattered craters in their wake. Defcoptas jink erratically away, already hunting for their next victims. So it did more damage than I would have thought, actually. I don't like the amount of damage I'm taking up here. 'Tis not making me happy. Let me kill him off. Let's do that. Do pretty good damage. Yeah, let's just wreck up these copters. And my captain, I don't know if he can engage him. I've got to level up here, though. I wanted to heal myself for more influence per experience. That's kind of useful. Let's grab that just to give me some passive influence generation. Fortunately, all my stuff is short range. I can move here, but then I'll get shot up by the city. And I'm not sure if I'll engage it with anything other than my bolt pistol, because they're skimmers. So I'm not sure it's necessarily that useful. Staying here isn't really protecting him too much, but I think we'll leave him again. Oh, they totally just took off. Of course, they're heading up towards these guys, which I don't like. Let's kind of inch forward and see. Yeah, found the guys I care about, mostly. Surprised you can see there must be a height difference. Yeah, it's up a little bit on a hill. Kill off these tech priests. Well, we found the Necrons. In an odd location there. I'm going to read through this, but I'm curious what's going on. AI Necrons. The Necrons may have only emerged from their slumber recently in galactic terms, and only a fraction of them are awake, but they have already proved themselves a thorn in the Imperium's side. Relentless, heavily armored enemies with devastating firepower. They should be fought with care and respect. Yeah, I don't like them too much. So they did about 8 damage total between the two. I'm not going to do a ton of damage here. Probably back off here a bit. More Imperial Guards showing up. Let's have you grab this Ruin of All. Give me a little bit more research. That looks like that's probably the Imperial Guard city right there. Necron Warriors, basic infantry units. Even with only a glimmer of consciousness to guide it, a Necron warrior is a fearsome and resilient foe. Armed with ancient energy weapons, they can scythe down their enemies with lethal volleys of Gauss Flare fire, while their unyielding mudded bodies repair themselves should they sustain damage. Yeah, Necrons are really dangerous. Having played them in the first campaign I did, I know kind of some of their tricks. They can heal themselves, they can teleport around, do all kinds of crazy stuff. Definitely not something I can take lightly. Let's see. Not seeing anything there. Something out here looks like it hasn't been grabbed yet. So we do a little scout. just to see if we spot anything. Okay, that's AI-controlled tech priests. Just out of range. You, let's start moving this way. Maybe try to gun down some Necrons next turn if they want to keep pressing in. Let's take a position there for now. And you can move up. Okay, we acquired our tile. So let's start working on the refectory. It's about half the resources I've piled up so far. So I could also start working on maybe another land speeder unit. We're doing a little bit okay for energy, not fantastic or anything. It does use most of the remainder of my requisition points though. A little bit cheaper to grab another Thunderfire cannon. That's not too bad. Less upfront cost and less upkeep, but they're not super useful in combat. Good for repairs. They've got good range. Good at chewing up infantry. Tempting. It's going to be 4 turns. I've got +9, so in 4 turns I'll have 36 more. So that's enough, yeah, to make another refectory. Yeah, okay, let's work on that. But I can't really do anything else. If I can get my influence higher, I can start dropping more of these Fortresses of Redemption on these different other tiles that I've grabbed, which would be kind of nice to help keep control of them. Necrons and the stupid Castellan out here. Gunfire to the left. Wow, a lot of Necrons showing up. Oh, wonderful! Why aren't you fighting each other? I'm just gonna leave and see if they'll fight each other. Alright, what else happened? Well, that's a lot of Imperial Guardsmen. Okay, land speeders hit the guardsmen for 6. Guardsmen hit my land speeders for a little bit. Tough captors went for my captain. Kind of crazy. Guardsmen attack land speeders for a tiny bit of damage. Well, kind of getting pressured here a bit. Back to full health? No. Alright, let's get these guys out of this position. I want them to fight each other. I really don't care about anything else here. I'll leave you there, so we're protecting our trade outpost. Could move myself in range if I want to go after maybe one unit of the Necron warriors. But I'd kind of like to break sight and just hope that they fight each other. So let's just put you in a assistant position where we can repair as well. Let's move you up just a little bit, so if they want to advance, we'll take a shot at them. Got no line of sight here, just because the forest is blocking, I guess. Could cause them some trouble. And we'll take some shots. So a lot of fire here, so I'm going to go ahead and jink just in case they want to keep pushing. These guys will leave here, they'll be on Overwatch. You're still healing, but next turn we might be using you. Do I want to surprise them with my assault marines? It'd be nice if I could get to the weakened unit as well. If I jump, still not going to make it. I'd like to be able to wipe out units if possible. Let's move. They might be able to see me already. Yeah, I'll just stay here for now. We can maybe try to jump on somebody next turn if we get... It's tempted to kind of move over and then I'll be able to get a little bit further. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Just hide in the forest. That way I can move a little bit further over or jump a little bit further over so I could actually get to those targets if I want to next turn if they want to hang out. More orcs up here. Alright, kill off that Death Copter. And then let's hammer the city a bit. That's the health of this city. Just down like 12 points, not very much. So that takes them down to about 95, so I could do maybe 25 or so points if I don't move and just hammer the city, so a few turns to finish that off. Maybe send the captain in if we need to do some more damage. Captain's all set, he's at max health, must be leveled up, I'm not sure why he's back to full health. Maybe because we got experience for killing stuff, that must be why. Leave you there. In the city, we're just working on what we can. Nothing else I can really do. We'll have the hunters research next turn. I'm really hoping they fight each other here instead of coming after me. Don't care that much here. Show me... Wow, that's a lot of Imperial Guard. Yeah, the Castellan came down. They're really pushing now. Psyker. Hunter, tank unit that specializes in taking down skimmers and flying targets. From out of its massive turreted warhead chamber, the Hunter sends Sky Spear missiles thundering into the heavens. Emitting a piercing scream as it tears across the firmament, each of these sacred rounds seeks out the skyborn foes of the Emperor. Entombed in the heart of each missile, a servitor savant guides the ordnance to its foe. Each of the missile flies wide, even if the missile flies wide of its mark, the hardwired savant will set it back on course. So got a range of 3. Increased accuracy against flyers, jet bikes, and skimmers. Increased accuracy against flyers and skimmers. Okay, we discover the Primaris Psyker, hero unit with destructive psychic powers. Loathed and feared as witches by their superstitious comrades, Primaris Psykers are nonetheless valuable assets to any commander, though it hardly lessens the constant suspicion they are held in by the Officio Perfectus. Each of these Psykers possess abilities and control far beyond those of lesser Scholastica Psychana initiates. And we have a Lord Commissar as well. They're a unit that provides bonuses to nearby allied units. They give increased accuracy, and they can increase armor penetration and stuff too. Amongst the ranks of the Officio Perfectus, there are Prefectus. Let's keep saying Perfectus. There are many heroic individuals who become legend through their deeds. A Lord Commissar is expected to exemplify everything the Imperium strives towards. So, attack Marines hit the Castellan for a tiny bit. I have to get them out of there. They're about dead. Guardsmen attacked the Land Speeder. My Psyker will be back up and running. I don't see anything else here. You run away as far as you can. Let's get you back here. Let's go ahead and heal. I don't really like driving tanks into the forest, but I might do that just to try to do some damage or keep the Castellan busy. I don't really want him grabbing anything away from me. You get in range of anything? Nope. Let's just send you over. You can't really get in range of anything either. Do have a target, we might as well take it. And let's chew them up some more. Nearly dead. So 3.8 for regular attack, 3.8 for grenades. I could also jump and maybe come out and kill those guys. Yeah, let's do that, just to wipe out a unit. Try to mess with their morale a little bit. Does mean I'm kind of out in the open. And let's bring my librarian out. How about here is fine. Maybe. Maybe fine. Don't think I can really do much. So I can make their weapons less accurate. This is kind of a short-range ability. I guess we can do that. I don't have anything else to do. So we'll just mess with their ability to take shots. For now, that's about all I can really do. At least there. You guys are healing. We'll keep them healing up. That's fine. What do I want to do with my Predator? Could have Necrons showing up, so I wouldn't mind having some firepower here just in case. I'm kind of trying to defend this really wide stretch of terrain against different enemies. It's not really great. Alright, let's just do... I know what I need to do up here. Just keep hammering the Orc City. What are you down to? 68. So yeah, a couple more turns probably. Captain, let's move you just here. So Predator, I'm going to leave on Overwatch. Population increased. My loyalty is still positive, so that's good. A couple turns, we'll have the Refectory up. So we'll have to hold off building anything until we get that refectory done, and I can start working on another one. So that's going to be it for now. Research. Let's go ahead and move up for the Vindicator. That'll also let us move on to the next section if we want to grab anything out here. There's extra vehicle armor. That's increased movement through rough terrain. Can start building aircraft, orbital deployment, smokescreen, Terminators. Terminators would be kind of nice. The ultimate anti-infantry unit. And I'm assuming the Imperial Guard are going to be throwing a lot of infantry at us. Of course, the land speeders are pretty good at chewing them up as well. So let's see. Don't really care here. Show me over here. Wow! So many guys! Heavy weapons. Okay, those heavy weapons guys are a bit more of a problem than the regular infantry. Regular infantry I can deal with. Heavy weapons are a bit more of an issue. Does have his tech priests right out in front, which is kind of crazy. Nothing showed up here. Nothing showed up here. Alright. So up here we'll just continue with the same, shooting the Orc City. I haven't seen the Necrons, so maybe the Castellans are keeping the Necrons busy. Maybe. Or they're all just, you know, super happy having a little tea party in the woods. I made a metal? You're made of metal! Wow! Okay, you guys are wrecked. Let's try to get as far away as possible. We'll hide in the woods. Then we'll start having them heal up. Kind of reluctant to move my predator away from this position, just because I might have stuff coming down here. Tempting to head it up towards the Orc City as well, but he's not going to do a ton. He only has laser cannons, so he's not going to do a ton of damage here against infantry. Goes back to full health? Nope, not yet. Yeah, let's start moving that way. Just to kind of reinforce things against the Imperial Guard, because they're pushing on me so hard. Really don't like that heavy weapon squad being there. Don't like these guys having taken so much damage either. Kind of limited to the number of units I have available to me. The weak units on the edge doesn't really help me too much. Don't have a Jink ready. Just gonna kind of reposition here a bit. Try to chew up these guys. Let's see if I can get line of sight. I don't know about having these guys out front much longer. I could position them and try to attack from here, so let's give that a shot. So we get shot up in the process. Okay, 2.6. Grenades are 2.6. Doesn't make a difference. Might as well chainsaw them if we have an option. Let's see if we can kill them off here. Kind of overkill, but what you gonna do? Could move up and do some general damage with my shockwave, but it's not a huge amount, and it's against guys that don't really matter all that much. So for now, let's just kind of reposition here. So the idea here is we'll try to stop them from advancing down and grabbing anything else. Keep them from grabbing the Grok's pasture or moving on further. We can kind of hold the line along here, that's okay. Still healing up. Who's left? Captain. Captain would be a lot more useful against the Imperial Guard here than what we're doing. What's the health of this thing? 44? Let's start trying to speed this up a little bit. I know the Captain will get shot up a bit. Well, he's pretty tough. So 4 crack grenades, 3.7. Actually, is better, just regular attacking. We can also do the power strike, which will do 5.2, but I think I'll hold off. If we have the Castellans show up, then we'll do that. Save it for them. just a little bit of extra damage. So 40, 10, 20... Just kind of looking at what my damage for next turn will probably be. Alright, so next turn we will have our refectory done. So I need to have 30 some to build another one. 30 resource points, only leaves 13. It's not enough to build anything else. So we're going to hold off building any other units, even though I could probably use them, just because I want to get the city set up a bit better, even if that slows everything else down a little bit. Psyker's moving down. These heavy weapons are going to be causing me some problems. Alright, guardsmen attacked. A couple damage. These guys are now kind of trash. I'll have to pull them out. Primaris Psyker did some good damage against my land speeder. You guys definitely need to move out of the line of fire. Probably should have left them there until I finish my attacks. Predator up. Put the heavy weapon guys on the edge. So yeah, let's say hello with my Psyker. So we can do about 5.8. If I do Shockwave, I don't think it'll give me an estimate before doing it. It'll damage both units, I'm just not sure how much. It might be better to just hit them directly. Let's see how much damage it does. Oh, that was really good, actually. I thought that would not do nearly that much damage. Okay, so that's good against infantry in the open, especially. Take out the heavy weapon squad, they're kind of my priority to kill off. Let's see. Could stay here and just chew these guys up. May not need to, though. .3. Yeah, it's not quite enough to kill them, so we are going to need them as well. And we'll have them jink as well, because they're kind of in the line of a lot of fire. So we'll leave you here just to finish them off. You can see his morale is definitely decreasing as we're wiping out units, about half what it should be. So doing an okay job. We are taking a bit of damage. Alright, you guys stay put and heal. Let's start moving down. We can try to start repairing the land speeders next turn. And up here we'll continue the abuse of the Orc City. So down to 12. So it's dead pretty much no matter what next turn. Just looking to see if there's a way I can kill it this turn. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. If I hit it now or not, doesn't really matter. Next turn it's going down. So let's avoid the damage. We'll just move out for now. Devastators can destroy it next turn. Anything else shows up. At least be able to maybe do something about it. So we got our first refectory done. I want to immediately grab another refectory and throw it on there. So that leaves us with nothing that we can build. We'll have the other Thunderfire Cannon in 2 turns. It's at least something. So let's watch the Imperial Guard and see what happens. Said let's watch the Imperial Guard and see what happens. Unless we're fighting Necrons here as well. They're getting shot up pretty good. Castellan robot captured something. Ah, stupid Castellans. So tired of the Castellan robots being a thorn in my side. Alright, kill that thing. So not quite enough to wipe it out. There we go. That's it for the orcs. Orcs didn't really do much of anything in this, just had some buggies running around and that was about it. The Greenskin Menace has been defeated, though that is not to say that it has been eliminated. Even though every orc, grot, and snotling is dead, their corpses are already spreading the spores that will raise a new army of greenskins in a generation. They will be a fine challenge for your aspirants to battle when the chapter is fully established once more. So there's probably some stuff out here I might want to grab, or resources. Let's just take a look at the captain. Got those mech guns are still hanging out. Gotta level up. Let's see. More influence. Healing myself for more, or more damage. How about more damage? So I can do 7.1. It's 4.5. Yeah, I'm just better off just attacking. Yeah, I guess we'll use the Power Strike just to do as much damage as we can. And we discovered Nova Seamount, which is just kind of this region. We've got ocean here, maybe? The edge of the map here. What do we have here anyway? It's volcanic. It's not showing me bonuses and stuff. Why aren't you showing me bonuses? There's 10%. Maybe there's no bonuses here. Or because I just destroyed the city, it's not showing quite yet. Alright. No Necrons coming from this direction. Do know the Castellan's right up there somewhere. You guys are healing. You're finally back to full health, so let's move out. Let's move up. We'll move the damage guys back and do some repairs. Okay, still have my Librarian kind of hanging out in front. If they're fighting Necrons, I don't necessarily want to distract them from that. Let's move you back as well, and then we'll start having you heal up next turn. There might still be some Imperial Guard here. Let's see if we spot anybody. Okay, they're a little bit further away. Tempting to just kind of chew these guys up since they're in my way a little bit. Let's see if we can get her to leave. Devastator back up. He is probably going to decide that's enough and take off. I am going to move the Predator back, so I know we do have that Castellan out there. So he's going to link up with the Devastators coming back, maybe, and check things out, or we're going to kind of scatter and see what we can find up here for resources to grab. I can't make another land speeder, so let's start working on that. We should be okay. We've got 3 more turns to collect resources to get another one, so we should be alright doing that. Influence is the main thing we're kind of pretty weak on at the moment. Do need to get my librarian to move around and check these spots out, though. Okay, let's keep an eye out here. Said, keep an eye out here. Okay, so they're all backing off. Probably going to be busy fighting the Necrons, I'm assuming. Okay, we got our other Thunderfire cannon. Let's head out this way. Let's just move up, see if we see anything. Here, we'll do more repairs. You guys start healing up. You guys are healing up, good. Just have my Psyker come run out here. Take this back. Because I wants it. Let's continue kind of dissuading him from coming in my general direction. Dissuading with heavy bolters. Level up. Let's grab the increased shockwave because that did pretty good damage. For now, we'll pull back here. Oh, there's some Necrons. Don't like seeing them moving around in my general direction. Alright, Captain, let's explore. Grab that. Everybody's banged up here, unfortunately. I'd like to explore, but I also like to heal these guys up before I do anything or run into anything else. So maybe for a turn, even if it's not going to be a whole lot, we'll have them heal up a bit. Increased. We're working on the land speeder now and the refectory. I'm not going to do anything else. Got the other refectory built. We'll throw another one in immediately. Let's keep an eye out this way. Necrons are what I'm most concerned about. Ah! Swarms of ants everywhere. Yeah, not a fan of that. So the Predator did some damage. Primaris Psyker attacked my Librarian, really? I figured he would just take off. Okay. At the edge of the map here. Let's just head up this way, see if we see anything. Captain is a one-man army. There's something going on. Just got shot. Oh, there's the mech guns way back there. Got a little bit of healing in, and we'll go ahead and move if we can get shots. Or we need additional firepower. For now, we'll leave them there. Keep las cannoning these Necrons. Just delete. Let's stay in the back here. We fire indirectly with this. Just a little bit of extra firepower. Send in the Assault Marines. So 5, or we can frag grenade for 5. It's always the same, or we can crack for 3. Yeah, I guess we'll just attack. .7. Yeah, we're better off just shooting. Fine. The Necrons especially, I want to try to wipe them out if I can. They can spend influence to repair their units instantly on their turn. Wow. Imperial Guard all the way down here. About to grab my recaf leaf away from me. That's not ideal. Let's go say hello. Got a little shot here, but should be alright. We'll do more damage if we take. Heavy bolters. I really would like him to just leave and take off and fight the Necrons for me. That would be nice. I don't think he's going to, but, you know, it'd be nice. Kind of need to get my Librarian moving and heading for other stuff, though. What am I getting here? Research points? That's nice. Yeah, I think we'll start heading this way, or maybe we'll try to take these guys out, and then we'll head out this way and start hitting those spots that we need to get to. 5 more turns for the land speeders. It'd be nice to build another armory or apothecarion so I can build stuff a little faster, but I don't have the resources to really match that production. That's kind of what I'd like to do, is be able to do... get myself in a position where I've got enough requisition points coming in that I can build another armory and or apothecarion, and then with those I can pump out stuff a little faster, having 2 of them, as long as I've got the resources to match it. We're kind of right at the edge of what we need to be for population. My loyalty's dropping as the population increases. Let's see what happens. And Necrons just passively heal a little bit every turn anyway, but they can pay to increase it even more. Yeah, kind of figured he'd grab that from me. These guys took off. Let's see if we can find them. a little bit of cover being in the woods, so a little bit less damage. What shall we do? I left. Gotta get up a little further than I'm comfortable to take shots at the Necrons here. So we'll just move up and repair the land speeders here. And we'll send the land speeders out to shoot them up. Predator's still at full health. Back him up with my Thunderfire Cannon. Kind of tempted to check this out, what that Castellan was, but for now, I'm just going to keep an eye out here for more Necrons. So these guys are healing. Captain, let's grab that. A bit more energy. Quite a bit left on the map here, further to the north. Kind of surprised the orcs were set here instead of further up in the corner. Something there. So for now, just move here, see if we can see anything. The Castellan's got to be stalking around somewhere. I don't have line of sight because of the forest here. Just in case, let's go ahead and jank. We'll move up. Light up the Necrons a little bit. See if we can kill them off with the Assault Marines. Typically we're going to do the same damage, so 6, I'm just checking. No, we can actually finish them off, because they're out in the open. And we can leave them on Overwatch. But instead I think we're going to start healing them up. And here, let's just start moving towards one of the objectives we've got to go to. Did finish our refectory. We've got the resources to get another one up right away. Start working on that. I might have to worry about loyalty here sometime soon. Probably when I get one more population, we're going to go from positive to negative. I can research that building that I can construct that will increase my loyalty, so I might want to look at that as our next research choice after we finish the Vindicator, instead of something like Terminators. Doing okay now, getting at 25, so that's much better. Energy's dropping because each one of these refectories costs energy to run. Research is okay. Influence is terrible. So that's going to be it for that, for the city. Let's just kind of look out this way. More Necrons and Guard showing up. Killed off by Necrons there, most likely. Vindicator, heavy tank unit with devastating close-range cannon. The Vindicator is a short-range sledgehammer of a vehicle. A siege tank whose massive demolisher cannon can reduce any target to a smoking crater. The Vindicator is especially favored by the Imperial Fists, who regularly field whole squadrons of these tanks and rely upon their concentrated volley to blast open fortress walls, flatten gun nests and bunkers, and lay low super-heavy war engines. So we do have the demolisher cannon. It's only a range of 2. Good armor penetration. Large blast. Increase accuracy and scales damage with the size of the target unit. Ordnance increase armor penetration into vehicles and fortifications. So pretty good overall. Good damage, just 1 attack, so definitely want to pump out some Vindicators if I get the resources later. Research-wise, I think I am going to have to go for... I mean, it'd be nice to grab like Terminators or something here, but I think we want the company chapel so we can increase our loyalty. And it's fairly quick at only 4 turns to get that researched. So I even have shots with these guys now because it's this indirect fire. It's like an indirect fire Gatling gun, which is kind of odd. Anything up here? Nope. Okay. These guys are still healing up. Let's head this way. Oh, joy. It's one of my buddies. Apparently doesn't see us. Well, he already fired. Let's say hello. Say hello with a las cannon. I'm going to get the captain down there, too. I'm sick and tired of dealing with these things. Let's see if the captain can kill it. Predator's kind of holding this area by himself. We've got a little bit of clear field of fire, so it's not bad. We'll have some additional firepower. We'll just park him here as well. We can also just repair if we need to. So we'll leave them here on Overwatch, at least for now. Devastators will probably come back down and grab this on the way. Now, here I kind of want to focus on the Necrons, because the Guard are obviously getting chewed up a bit. So the Assault Marines finish them off. The sound of a chainsword tearing into a Necron has got to be just an awful, awful sound. Let's just scout out a bit here. Okay, got some Necrons in the back, a little bit out of range. Keep him moving towards his objective. At least for now, that's what we're going to do. And here, let's just tear butt up so we can be repaired next turn. Alright, city. We're working on the refectory. Got decent resources coming in. I can make a hunter, but I don't have enough to make a vindicator. 60 requisition points. It's a bit high. Next turn we'll have enough. So I could wait and maybe get a vindicator, start working on a vindicator next turn. That's probably what I'm going to go ahead and do. That seems like a fairly good option. So we'll hold off for now and work on a vindicator starting next turn. Take all my requisition points. Alright, keep an eye out this way. End turn. Necron's just healing away. Oh goody, multiple Castellans. Just what I always wanted. I took about 5 damage, I've got about 5 health left, so I can't really hang out here. Kind of tired of these guys. Let's send the captain in. 3, we can do probably pretty good damage with his ability. Let's just see, 5.8. Just chop a limb off. I'm going to stop them healing and start moving them out, just so we can possibly get some shots in, depending on where the Castellans go to next turn. If I can do enough damage, I could probably stay here and survive, but I'm not super confident about that, so I'm going to pull back. I'll leave the captain to absorb some shots. He's quite tough, he can take it. Something there the Necrons grabbed, it looks like. These guys are still healing up. I'm kind of leapfrog here a little bit. We're going to send the assault guys up, see if we see anything. We see plenty. Can I get to any units? Yeah. Got a jink free, so let's use it. See if we can maybe chew them up and kill them off. These other guys look like they're all at full health. No, these guys are a little bit hurt. Don't have a jink free here, though. So try to stay a little bit out of the range of these guys, at least for now. It's kind of like I'm helping the Imperial Guard here without really necessarily intending to. Let's get one of these done. Devastator's up. I think we can see through the wire lead. So if they advance, we'll get an overwatch shot here into these tiles. I'm pretty sure we can see through the wire lead anyway. And we'll move you up as well and support. Could get flanked here though. Couple Castellans. Tempted to send them up as well against the Castellans here. I'm afraid if I leave this position, that stuff's going to sneak in through here. Try to work our way up through the forest here. Alright, let's work on a Vindicator. I actually got to finish the Landspeeder first, so still a couple turns. Already paid for the resources. That's kind of dumb on my part. Didn't realize. Doesn't make too much of a difference, but it's okay. Alright, let's keep an eye out up here. When the Imperial Guard want to show up and wreck me, great. Those heavy weapon squads are the main things I have to worry about. Is that the same? Or different Castellan? It's got to be the one that was further down. The other one must have run back the other way. At least I'm assuming so. Alright, you guys just light this guy up, please. And Predator shot to the back. Captain should be able to kill it. Let's go ahead and do it. Good job, Captain. So one more Castellan done. Okay, so you took a good amount of pounding. Took a good pounding. Doesn't sound like a fun time. Well, I guess it depends on your definition of a fun time. So we've got to go here. We've got to go up there with our Psyker. Neither is particularly close. Start heading up to the upper right one. That guy's still healing. You guys are still working on healing up. You guys are still healing up. I really don't like this heavy weapon squad, but I kind of want to kill off Necrons. See, the Imperial Guard and the Necrons have been grabbing stuff back and forth, it looks like, quite a bit. Okay, that's a lot of stuff. Got a Cryptek, got a Spider. Let's go ahead and kill these guys off. Alright, we got a big freaky Necron Spider here. There's a tomb right here. He's probably about to start a city. So, Canoptic Spider, a monster support unit that founds new cities. So essentially an automated drone, a Canoptic Spider is nonetheless a formidable foe. Its vast array of self-repair and backup systems, vital for enduring uncaring millennia, offers substantial protection against incoming fire. In return, any enemy that strays within reach of the Canoptic Spider will have flesh scoured from bone by a multitude of mechanical tools and pincers. So they do have pretty good close combat weapons here with 6 armor penetration. They're just a little bit fragile to be using that way. Cryptek, your unit with power support abilities. They can heal units, they can add damage reduction to units, that kind of stuff. Crypteks bend the forces of the universe to their will, creating impossible technologies and esoteric weaponry to lay waste to armies and destroy worlds. Time, matter, and space are their playthings as they manipulate the atomic structure of their foes or shift the laws of nature to obliterate all who stand before them. Got an artifact here. Which one is this? Increases damage. The artifact is clearly of Old One design, but despite that has no immediate effect until combat is joined, whereupon a psychic roar shakes the warp and all living races feel themselves driven into a frenzy of bloodlust. Even the Soulless Necrons are driven to greater effort, albeit by the sight of their ancient enemies' designs. So that's kind of bad for the Necrons to have, increasing their damage. I wouldn't mind taking that away from them. Could be worse. Mobile holoprojectors are probably worse for the Necrons to get. I'm not going to get line of sight here because of the forest anywhere. Be a little bit aggressive here with my cannon. Let's just see if we can wipe these guys out. Move adjacent here. And finish them off with giant las cannons. Or not. 1 health left. Now, got the Imperial Guard down here, sneaking around. That was snooping and sneaking turned into one word. I don't know how that happened. Now, leave them healing. So next turn we'll have our 3rd refectory up and running. We'll have our land speeder start working on the Vindicator. That's good enough. So we're doing okay, having taken out the orcs. Let's go ahead and check. Yeah, population increased. Loyalty is down negative. So once we get that chapel researched, we'll probably want to build one of those. So keep an eye out up here. See if he shuffles things around to start a city. If he doesn't, I want to try to kill that spider if I can. I'm not sure if I'll be able to get enough firepower on it. Oh, he actually didn't start the city. I'm surprised. I thought he would found it. He actually just took off. Okay. The Imperial Guard didn't grab this. I'm kind of surprised. Got a new land speeder unit. And up here, we're not seeing anything. Alright, let's send the land speeder out this way. Psyker, let's keep heading up towards our other objective up there. So if you guys all heal up for now. You're all banged up. Look around with the Predator. Oh, nothing. Okay. Just grab the fermentation pool then. Spider is gone. I can get shots from here. Kind of protected by the wireweed here. Or we can repair the other land speeder there. So the land speeders aren't affected by the wireweed. And these guys are getting a little banged up. The Devastators in here. Let's go ahead and do this. We'll finish them off. We'll have the Devastators light these guys up for a little bit. And we'll move him up to take some shots with the Heavy Bolter as well. Just kind of chew up the Necrons here. And that's about all for my units, I think. So we got the Land Speeder, we got the Refectory up, so we're maxed out there. So now getting 35 a turn, that's okay, not super fantastic. We are working on the Vindicator already. So what do we want? We can increase my influence. I could just hold off and wait until we get the company chapel and then throw the chapel in here. In the meantime, I could grab another tile if it's fairly quick. Looking at other 20%. Yeah, I've got I can build 3 buildings here at 20%, so that's pretty good. Yeah, let's grab that. That'll be 2 turns. Once that's done, then we'll work on the company chapel, I think. And we'll hold off on building anything else for now. So let's watch up here and see if they send anything else my direction. Yeah, getting healed up by the Cryptek there, probably. Company Chapel. Building increases loyalty. Here the chaplains tend to the spiritual well-being of their charges, ensuring the discipline of every Marine and keeping their minds and spirits pure. In order to accommodate this, each of the chapter's 10 companies has its own dedicated chapel. Greater ceremonies take place in the Reclusium itself. So 6 extra loyalty. It's the upkeep. Energy. Okay. Alright, for research, we could go Hammer of Wrath, which will increase the damage of my assault troops. We could go Chaplain. Melta Bombs are only for tactical Marines, so it's kind of not that useful. Dreadnoughts are okay. Apothecary I would really like, just so we could heal up our infantry units a lot faster. I would rather go for something that increases accuracy with all bolters all the time rather than something that's temporary, so that's tempting as well. We have extra vehicle armor, that's pretty good. Terminators are kind of interesting. It's bolt weapons, so that should apply to heavy bolters as well. So I'm going to go with the bolter drill for now. Maybe then we'll go apothecaries, terminators, something like that. Sort of my general idea at the moment. Necrons have kind of taken off. I know we wiped out some of their infantry units, so maybe they're just pulling back temporarily. Let's just grab this and see if we spot anything. Nope. You're still healing up. You guys are now fully healed up. Okay. Let's get the Psyker moving towards his objective. Let's send the Tactical Marines up. They can sort of hold this. Let's go out this way. Don't like having these assault guys so banged up. Let's see if we see anything here. Nope. You guys are all healing. Okay. There's got to be another Castellan robot somewhere running around. Getting ready to wreck my day. I see some blue here. Let's just see if we spot anything. Let's back him up. My Tech Marine. Do have a Jink available here, but I'm kind of banged up, so let's just move back and heal up this turn. And you guys, let's just stay put and heal. I'll leave you there on Overwatch. That's all my units. Super quick. What are we doing? So we'll have the tile next turn. I want to make sure I have enough for the increased loyalty, which is where? Company Chapel. So that's 50 resources, so it leaves me 40. So if I wanted, I could grab some more Tactical Marines or Assault Marines. So I should be okay if I do that. But I think I'm going to hold off, at least for one more turn here. And we'll see, just to make sure that I don't end up having just barely not enough or something. So let's keep an eye out here. Oh, there's the Castellan. And there's a Necron Lord. Wonderful. Iconic hero unit with versatile abilities. These lords of the Necrons, though lesser in stature and power than an Overlord or Pharaon, are nonetheless formidable foes in their own right, and often march to war at the head of a vast mechanical army. Independent of their monarchs, lords are cunning leaders and pitiless commanders, focused upon the destruction of their foes and their own personal glory. They have an ability that they can summon a pretty tough unit, so if he's got that ability, that causes some problems. So my Landspeeder shot him up a little bit. He did more damage back to me. Up here we've got this Castellan. Stupid Castellans. Do a little bit with the cannon, so let's light them up. Tank, do what you can. Let's send the captain in as well. Let's hit him with my power strike. Is anybody here at full health? You're at full health. There's no line of sight. Oh, we've got line of sight from there. That's odd. It's kind of deep in the forest. Would not have thought so. Okay, you guys are also at full health. Guess we'll just take a position here for now. Other guys can stay healing. Psyker can keep moving up towards the objective here. Send the tactical marines in to hold this now. Oh, I do have shots from here. Interesting. Sure. Let's back them up there. Nice if I could kill this lord, but I don't think I'll be able to. Don't have good positioning here because of this wireweed. Yeah, so instead, let's just heal up this unit, and we'll send the other land speeders in as well to shoot them up some more. We don't spot anything else. I'd like to take this away from the Necrons too if I can. Let's health that 2. Yeah, let's send in the assault troops and see if they can finish him. Maybe not. Close. So we'll have to use the Devastators as well. It's a lot of firepower to take out one guy. I don't want him summoning additional troops or anything right into my midst like that. And it does give us some extra experience, level ups, some extra health, so that's kind of helpful. Don't see the Imperial Guard down here. Okay, you're back to full health. Okay, so we're all set. We can build some more of the refectories for more requisition points, but first we're going to go ahead and build that chapel. And we'll just throw that here. 6 turns for the Vindicator. Can make just about anything. I kind of like the Assault Marines. Let's make some more Assault Marines. Because why not? It does take a while, so... That'll probably be the last thing I build that's kind of anti-infantry. Then after that we're going to focus more on the anti-vehicle, heavy weapon stuff, because the Necrons start pumping out monoliths and horrible, nasty things. Okay, let's keep an eye out this way, see if more Necrons want to show up. There's the spider coming back. Don't found the city, don't... Ah! I should have left somebody on that tile. Now it's a little harder to deal with. Royal Court, headquarter unit that represents the city's defenses. The seat of the Necron Pharaon and his court is a great bleak building, one of the few great Necron buildings not originally built to venerate the dead. Instead, its shielding walls are a symbolic reflection of the intense radiation the Necrons suffered under long ago on the original homeworld, when they were still weak creatures of flesh and bone. This can do decent damage, it's got a couple range. It's starting at 64 health, so we might just hammer it here with what we've got. Necron City grants damage reduction, increased healing rate, and decreased movement cost for allied units. Grants range damage reduction infantry units. Insane obelisks, mastabas, and half-buried crypts make the sprawling city resemble an ancient human necropolis, yet it is far from deserted. Instead filled with the soulless Necrons, warriors and machines of living metal that regard other sentient races as at best a source of slaves, and at worst a plague to be wiped from existence. So that's wonderful. I think we'll just focus on chewing them apart. Let's send you guys out this way, see if any Imperial Guard are running around. Gotta get to here. It's a little exposed, I don't really like that too much. And the Castellan here took off. Keep moving the Psyker up towards his objective. Send the captain in. Oh, he's kind of readjusted over to the right, or for the north. You know what direction I mean. Okay, 3.2, 1.9, are better off just attacking. Some more energy here from the Promethean relay pipes, that'll be nice. Don't have line of sight from there, though. Let's go ahead and heal up the Predator before we send him in. Good, die. I want all of the Castellans to die. We're gonna level up. Yeah, let's just max out our Power Strike, do as much damage as we can. Let's move up there. We might have some sight. You guys go there for now. We'll try to grab that next turn. It should be fairly clear because we're not seeing anything else show up. We've got this, we're here, so probably this is clear. Let's just scout it with the tactical squad. So Promethean relay pipes, special feature that increases energy output to the city when acquired. These heavily armored ducts once carried energy-rich promethium to the planet's extensive human cities from deeply buried auto refineries. Now with the cities in ruins from war and chaos, the surviving pipes can be exploited by whichever race claims them first. And we found the little region, the Labyrinth of Creepers. Alright, so here we've actually kind of got everybody sort of grouped together now in kind of a long line. Let's see what kind of damage we can do to this city. I think we'll have them jink as well, since we've got it ready. Heavy bolters won't do too much, but a little bit of damage is good. You guys can jink as well. I've got to move up, so since it hasn't shot, probably when I move it'll attack me. So we can do 4, I don't have any other options, so we'll just hit it. A little concerned about him being out on the edge here. So let's jink before we move up, because we should be taking an Overwatch shot here if we move up. Nope, surprisingly not. I guess because it was just built. Figured it would take the shot anyway. Okay, got him down a little bit under half. Oh, he's spending resources to heal it a little bit. You little buggers. Alright, taking out the city is the priority. I'd like to kill them off too. I don't know if I'll be able to do both. So down here, population increased, our loyalty's running negative, so it's good that we're working on that company chapel. Anything else? We are getting to the point now where we're doing pretty good. I might build one more refectory, then start worrying about maybe doubling up on armory so we can speed up our vehicle production. Do we have anything else out here? Nope. Okay. Alright, keep moving towards our objective. So we'll just grab the relay pipes here. Let's just move into the Imperial Ruins and see if we see anything. Captain get to. We've got more stuff here. Yeah, let's just see if I can focus on taking out the city. There's no Imperial Guard showing up. Let's keep advancing out, see if we can grab this. 36. Gonna have to get those assault troops out of there. They're kind of in a bad spot. It's 4. I don't think I can take the city out this turn. Since I kind of have to get these guys out of their position. Even if I attack with them, it's only a couple damage. Can't wipe them out. Might as well just hit the city then. Keep advancing up, see if we can get them the other way. Let's pull you guys back. Let's chew them up just so they're going to do less damage. We can do pretty good damage to them. It's regular grassland. Let's just sneak up a little bit and see if we spot anything. Nope. Okay. Give them some Devastator backup. Victor's at full health. Just keep moving up his backup. Alright. Let's see if he throws any more stuff trying to defend this position. So up here to the left there. Where are the Imperial Guard? They're supposed to be covering my flank. You had one job. Alright, so probably what I'm going to do is we'll finish up our combat actions for the turn, get everything set, and that'll be it for today. I already went a little bit over what I was expecting to do. All this wireweed here, unfortunately. Got a ridge here too, it's a big mess. Okay, you guys are back to full health. Let's move out. Let's send our Psyker up where he's supposed to go. We still have to go all the way down to the lower right, get that last spot. Captain. Let's just head into the forest. We've got line of sight from there, that's surprising. Okay, let's go here. So we can get the other unit to get line of sight as well. If I can, I might just bypass the Imperial Guard and go right for the Necrons and try to kill them. I'm far more concerned about the Necrons long term than the Imperial Guard. I can get my tactical guys up here. Let's bring them up. 3.8. How about grenades? 3.8. Oh, how exciting. Okay, let's start with the Devastators. Bye-bye, city. Took a little bit of damage. Kill them outright. Kill them outright. Let's finish these guys off on the flank. I don't like them being there. A little chewed up here, but not too terrible. Let's finish them off. Don't really want to push these guys up any further since they are beat up a little bit. Would have liked to wipe them out though. You guys are going to have to start healing up. Not seeing the Imperial Guard there. So you guys can just hang out for now in case the Imperial Guard make a push. What am I doing in my city? We are working on the chapel. Assault Marines, and a Vindicator. Yeah, definitely probably want to have a couple armories because it takes a really long time to build these guys. 8 turns. 8 turns for Predators or Vindicators, 7 turns for Hunters. So if I can throw another one of those out, it'll increase my speed pumping those out. So engaging the Necrons kind of all along here. Yeah, so I think that's going to have to be it for today. Unfortunately, I'd like to kill these guys off, grab this artifact, increase my damage. Hopefully I'll remember to do that. So I should be back tomorrow, and we'll get some more time in for this. So that's going to be my priority, do that, grab that. We're going to keep sweeping up to the left and see if we can find the Necron City, and even if I sort of bypass the Imperial Guard out here to the left, we'll just try to take out the Necrons. That's kind of what I'm thinking. The Necrons are such a hassle once you get further into the game. I'm hoping I can take them out here early with the troops that I've got. So we've got good units for taking out infantry units. We've got a decent number of Devastators. The Predator tank will help. The Captain will help. So I think we can do okay. But before I do anything else, let me save it just in case. Alright, so thanks for hanging out and just seeing the little bit of the game we had today. So we'll continue this tomorrow, most likely. If you're interested in my previous stream as the Orcs or the Necrons or Imperial Guard, most of that stuff's up on my YouTube channel, since Twitch just holds on to things for a couple weeks. So that's also DisturbingPuppet, which is one word, so please check that out there if you're interested. I do appreciate you hanging out and watching me play the game a little bit. It's definitely been fun. I've kind of been thinking about this when I'm not playing. Each of the factions does have a lot of kind of interesting, unique stuff, so it's kind of cool to check out. But yeah, thanks for hanging out, and hopefully I will see you next time. Have a good one.